Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Cooking is what I like to do sometimes, and so we're gonna make okra soup today, so join me. I have okra, I have ugu leaves, I have smoked fish, I have onions, I have chopped pepper and tomatoes, and what else, and I have some crayfish and seasoning cubes and of course palm oil. Now let's get started. So I'm going to let my pot dry up, and then I'm putting my palm oil. Of course, after putting the whole oil, I'm going to let it heat up for a while, and when it gets hot, I'll now put in my onions, put as many as I can, and then stir for a while and also let that heat a bit. So while that has heated up, I'll then add my pepper and tomatoes. It's chopped already. Sometimes add some kind of nice flavor to the soup, so we stir a while and let it cook. After a while, you can add some salt for taste. I forgot to say that I have locust beans here, and I heard this is very medicinal, so I got some for the soup. So you put in your locust beans and then you stir for a while. This also gives a very nice taste to your soup. You can use it for any soup of your choice. So after that, you can now put in your seasoning cubes. Feel free to use more seasoning cubes. Remember, it depends on the size of the soup that you're preparing. So when you put that, you can now stir. Add your crayfish. Don't forget, you can add more crayfish too. Depends on the size of soup. Like you can see here, I added more crayfish because I like crayfish. Crayfish is one of the good ingredients to anything good. So now I put in my meat, my pomo and my beef. That's what I used. So it was already cooked before I started cooking. Then you stir and then you let it cook for a while as usual. Always ensure you taste your soup while you're cooking, so you can ensure you have the right quantity of ingredients. So I always made sure that I did that. So let's carry on. The next thing I did was to put in my smoked fish. I didn't put all of them because I didn't want the fish to scatter. So I just put some and then I stirred it gently. You can see what I'm using to stir. It's not something that would, scatter your food or your fish. Now you can see our sauce is getting all cooked. It's time for us to put in our okra. Your pata of them all. Alright, so I just put it, and after putting the okra, I had to stir it gently. I stirred and stirred it. While I was stirring it, I realized that the water was not sufficient, so I knew that it was time to add some water so we can have our okra cook a bit. So I went to get water and I put in some water just so that it can cook properly. Even if we want our okra to be crunchy, it doesn't mean we should eat it raw. So I stirred and it looked much better. It loosened up a bit. I'm sure you can see it from the video. So I tasted and it was okay. I let it cook for a while. That's what you should do, at least for a minute. Well, while it was cooking, I said it's time to now put in my vegetables. So I got my green vegetables. I'm using pumpkin, also known as ugu. So I put in my green vegetables and then I stirred it. And when you have done this, you just do that the pot should just sit for say a minute or two, and then your soup should be ready. So I stirred it and let it sit for a few minutes. You can see it's already cooked. And then I put in the other fish. Remember I told you that I left some fish out. So I put in the other fish and stirred it, let it sit for say a minute, and that was it. Voila. I had to put my soup down. Oh, did I say I put it down? I came back again and stirred it a little bit. Don't mind me, I like to stir a lot. And so it was tasty this time and I put it down eventually. So we had to now do some dishing. Can you see how it's looking? At least it's not so thick and it's properly cooked. So that is how your okra soup should look when you are done preparing it. So let me know, guys, if you like what you see, and if you have anything to add, please put it on the comment section. If there are questions, you can also put it and I'll be glad to answer you. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a wonderful day, and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.